Good evening and welcome to the hashtag. Well, it's been 4 years, which means two things. The Olympics are here again and it's a leap year, both of which excite me approximately the same amount. I consider it quite fitting they both occur in the same year. It's quite convenient that the universe should happen to compensate us with an extra day in the year to make up for all the time that we've wasted watching Channel 9's pathetic Olympics coverage. What's so bad about the coverage? Well, I'd tell you to check it out and see for yourself, but unfortunately the Olympics aren't on at the moment because Channel 9 consider it more vital that we continue getting our daily fix of the Ellen DeGeneres show and repeats of I Dream of Jeannie. Not that you're missing out on much. Pathetic camera angles, a tendency to never show any gold medal events during prime time, and unpolished presenters who are constantly fidgeting and who never seem to know what to do with their hands. Not to mention the fact that we've got two channels showing the games. I wonder what the other channel is showing. Oh, exactly the same thing. But because it's digital, you do get that footage 2 seconds sooner. Ah, they spoil us. Gotta love Channel 9. Always, always just so professional. Pick up your game, Channel 9. You promised us 2 weeks of unprecedented, uninterrupted coverage. Is it really that difficult to follow through with your promise? Evidently so, which is ironic given that over the past year you've given us at least 30 weeks of unprecedented, uninterrupted gloating by continually advertising the Olympics and how awesome Channel 9 are for having scored the Olympics in the first place. We've got the Olympics. Aren't we great? We're great. Just look at how great we are. But now the Olympics are here, Channel 9 seem content to use the 2 weeks and the massive entourage of viewers as nothing more than a massive opportunity to plug the bejesus out of all their upcoming programs. Incidentally, if I hear that Big Brother theme song one more time, I may very well slice my ears off with a javelin. I guess I'm just going to have to do their job for them. Here's what's been happening at the Olympics. At the opening ceremony, it was decided that the athlete who would carry and wave the flag for Australia would be Lauren Jackson. And she's a perfect choice in my opinion, because she's a basketballer and it's important that the flag is held up nice and high where everyone can see it. In other news, the English athletes are complaining about the overly warm conditions at their athletes' village, the village that their own countrymen constructed for them, a fact which I intend to remember and to readily throw back in the face of any whinging pom I ever hear complaining about Australia ever again. Officials have told Australian athlete Megan Jones that she is not allowed to ride her horse in the equestrian because it is lame, which is harsh. I mean, fair enough, equestrian is not the most interesting sport in the world, but if Megan wants to do it, she should be allowed to. But with all of the triumph come the disappointments. Our synchronised diving team have caused a huge splash by causing a huge splash. Unfortunately, the synchronised divers missed out on a medal because they both mucked up their landing into the pool and both of their entries looked messy, which I think is highly ironic. The other teams had good landings, sure, but to be fair, they've been practising it for years and years. To get the landing right, with very little splash, is simply routine. If you ask me, if both our athletes stuffed up their landing at exactly the same time, then frankly, I reckon they're the most synchronised pair in the entire competition. But perhaps the biggest disappointment of the entire games, after getting my hopes up repeatedly, in the supermarket at the idea of every brand of confectionery having an awesome new flavour, heartbreak when I get closer to the item on the shelf and I realise that it is in fact nothing more than another stupid, bloody, unoriginal green and gold promotional box, and that the flavour within said box remains exactly the same. Alas, there is no such thing as peppermint flavoured Cheezels or lemon lime flavoured Weet-Bix. Yet. I'll leave you now with a very insightful comment that was made by one of the very insightful commentators. After the Australian finished with a disappointing time, he enlightened us that they would certainly be eliminated. All that has to happen now is for the other athletes to finish with a better time. Thanks, Confucius. It's good to know that somebody involved in the Channel 9 broadcast team actually knows a thing or two about how the Olympics are supposed to work. And so I officially sign off for another week. To all the athletes, congratulations on a truly once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Well, once every 4 years to be technically accurate, but that doesn't make it any less impressive. Well, that's me done. Let's see what's on TV. Ah, Days of Our Lives. Couldn't go for 2 weeks without missing that one, could we? Classic Channel 9. My name's Ashley McPherson. Cheerio. Hang on, I'll think of one.